Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm filming a first impressions video on the EX1 Invisiwear liquid foundation. This is what it looks like. I don't know why I've just had for so long I've wanted to try this foundation. My friend Fern uses it and it always looks flawless on her skin, and I know Chloe Morello uses it and she looks amazing in it. So all of these foundations have a sort of warmer, yellowier undertone, like an olivey undertone, so that is kind of what drew me to the product, because I love a more yellow undertone. When I fake tan, it's kind of like a greeny undertone that my fake tan has, so this should be kind of ideal for that. So on the back of the product it says, skin-like pigments, even out complexion for perfect coverage that is almost invisible. That sounds ideal to me. Oil and fragrance-free, non-pore clogging, dermatologically tested. So all of those things sound really great to me, and I just want to get on with the application. So I have the shade 5.0, and I'm going to crack on with this. So first things first, I'm just going to add a primer. I do this all the time, like it's, you know, something I have to do. This is the L'Oreal Spackle Hydrating Moisturizing Primer. Okay, so I got this product off of the ASOS website and it cost around £12–13 I think, but I will link it down below in the description box if you guys want to check this out or purchase it for yourself. And to apply this today I'm going to be using a damp beauty sponge. Okay, so the product has a pump, which I am really happy about, and I'm just going to apply it. So I'm going to pump one pump onto my hand and just dot it over the skin. Oops. So I don't know how much of this is really necessary. So I'm going to take another half a pump. And just, I guess we'll do that for now. So I'm going to take my beauty blender and just blend this out. It smells quite strong. Not bad though. It's like a, I don't know how you would describe that smell. Just smells like makeup, you know. Okay, so that's actually covering really, really nicely. And it's a kind of like, it's definitely more matte than I would usually go, but I'm actually quite liking it. And the colour match is pretty perfect, if I'm honest. Okay, I actually really like the coverage with just the one layer. But I am going to go in and see if it's buildable in certain areas. But so far I'm really liking that. I'm going to come a bit closer so you guys can see. So you can definitely still see my skin. So it's not like a full coverage foundation at all, but it has just like completely given me a fresh canvas. And it's not dewy, but it's not like completely matte. It's kind of like a satin demi matte finish. Okay, so I'm gonna take some more of the product, let's say one more pump on the back of my on my fingers, and I'm just gonna dot it around again. Let's go in with the second layer and see how this builds. Okay, so the product has built really, really nicely. I must say, like, this is so much more matte than I would usually go, but I'm absolutely loving it. So like feeling my skin, it feels slightly tacky, but like around my nose feels quite powdery. So I don't know really what that's all about. It's covered my imperfections nicely, but like I would still definitely go in with some concealer, but that's not the end of the world. I do that with my normal foundation anyway. It's definitely got more coverage than my usual foundation, the L'Oreal Lumi Magique, definitely more coverage than that. And I just really like how it looks. Like my pores, you can't see my pores, like, and I haven't used a pore minimizing primer. It hasn't clung to any dry patches. I'm really, really, really liking this at this point. So far so good. I am going to just quickly go away off camera and do the rest of my makeup, and then I'll be back to say sort of how everything sat on top of this wonderful foundation. So I'll be right back. Alright guys, so the rest of the makeup is now on, and I am so in love with this foundation. Like, it's completely different to the sort of foundation I usually go for, but it's actually making my skin look just as good as it usually looks. It's definitely got more coverage than I usually go for, which is actually, I'm actually really liking it. Like, I usually love to be able to sort of see my skin through it, and the foundation itself has like a massive glow to it. But I don't know, I'm really liking this one. Despite it not being like a glowy foundation, it still manages to make your skin look like your skin. And it just looks really fresh, and my pores look amazing, which I was not expecting. So I don't know guys, I really like this foundation. I'm going to give you some close-ups so you can kind of see exactly what it looks like. Hopefully you can see. All of the other products I used, which will be linked down in the description box, they sat amazingly on top of the foundation. Everything blended really, really well. I think for me, this foundation might be slightly too much for everyday wear. My L'Oreal Lumi Magique is so perfect for everyday for me, but this is definitely gonna be used a lot. For like nights out, evenings with friends, or something where I just want a tiny bit more coverage. This is so perfect. I will do a check-in with you guys later this evening to tell you kind of how it wore throughout the day, because I'm going shopping with my sister in a second, so it will test this foundation to see how it wears and if it starts sort of caking up or my oils seep through, which would not be ideal, but we will see, and I will keep you guys updated on how that goes. But yeah, so far so good. That's kind of all I have to say really. Okay, so I'm gonna go shopping and I will see you guys in a little bit. Hey everyone, so I've just got back from shopping, literally just stepped foot in the door and turned my camera straight on so I could let you know how that went. So basically it is now, oh, where's my phone? So the time is now 5:30. So when I applied the foundation, it was around about 11:30. So it's been on for quite a while, and usually my foundation would not be looking this good, I don't think. So a few points that I wanted to make. With thicker foundations, this is just like something that always will happen with me. They always settle into my laugh lines and this like crease on my forehead. And that did happen with this foundation, but that is something I'm very used to happening with thicker foundations than my L'Oreal Lumi Magique. The L'Oreal Lumi Magique doesn't do that, but it's so thin. So yeah, I was kind of expecting that to happen anyway. Also, I just want to point out that if you have particularly dry skin, or if your skin is any more dry than mine, you might have an issue with it sort of collecting in certain places on dry patches, and also maybe caking up a little bit if you do 2 layers of the foundation. With me, it hasn't done that, but I feel like it could go that way if you had dry skin. But with combination or oily skin, I think you would really love this foundation. It's so nice. Usually I get quite shiny in my T-zone and around my nose and on my chin. That has not happened today. I can honestly say I have had to touch up a few times with my beauty blender, just like pressing around these areas to get rid of creasing. But in terms of oiliness, it just hasn't happened, which I'm really super impressed with. Another point I just wanted to make is that the formula is very similar to the L'Oreal Infallible foundation. So if you have tried this foundation and you really like it, I would recommend this foundation for you. I think this one is slightly thicker in formula, so if you like this one but it was like slightly too thick, then the EX1 Cosmetics one is a good one to try. But other than that, guys, I absolutely love this foundation. I am going to be wearing this so often. Like, it stayed on so well. It hasn't oxidized at all. Like, it is the same colour that I went out with. So I'm super impressed with that. And yeah, I would really fully recommend this foundation. So I'll just quickly do a few close-ups for you so you can kind of see what is happening. So you can just see like a tiny bit that it has settled into that line there, and on my forehead as well here. But as I say, that is just something that happens with thicker foundations on my skin. Like, it is literally inevitable that that will happen. So yeah, I really hope you enjoyed this video, guys, and I hope you found it helpful. Please give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and I will see you guys in my next video.